In this episode, we're crossing the boundless horizon with a caravan in tow, free camping under the stars and exploring some of the most stunning natural wonders the Nullarbor has to offer. There's a real sense of anticipation. I quietly wonder why this section of our nation is so romanticised. Travelling west from Norseman to Penong in the east, let the journey begin.
Just after lunch, we're leaving Norseman on our way towards the WA border and the Nullarbor. Have an overnight stop before there. It's going up on YouTube tomorrow. On your channel. Leanne does the henge.
This episode is not going to be about road houses and distances between. There have been plenty before us that provided that information. Rather, we explore the natural and cultural landmarks of this iconic 1,200 kilometre drive. We are so keen to get this journey started that we forego our planned stay over in Norseman, anticipating the joy of finding a free camp on the road. Having spent weeks apart exploring our own corners of the Great Southern, we have a great deal to catch up on with Dave and Leanne. There's nothing quite like having a whole corner of the world to yourself. No crowds, no distractions, just the bush, and as the evening draws in, a warm fire and good company. So what is the Nullabor Plain? Well, it happens to be the world's largest semi-arid karst landscape. This 50 million year old limestone plain is an ancient seafloor made up of the accumulation of shells from tiny sea creatures. It was untouched by the Earth's tectonic influences, and when the ocean retreated and the southern part of Australia tilted, it formed the 100 metre high, iconic Bunda Cliffs. Okay, we're at our first, tourist hotspot on the road across to South Australia. We're still in Western Australia. We're at the Kagan blowhole. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let's have a look. Oh, it's just there. Is it exciting? A hole on the... Oh, really? Wow. Rustling. As the trucks go past. Dotted along the highway, travellers can find places where the limestone karst landscape has collapsed into extraordinary sinkholes, some of which are large enough to reveal underground caves. Well, that was pretty deadly.
Very deadly.
I think we brought a march fly in with us, but we were absolutely covered in march flies. And I got a sting on the arm, and
I've killed 13.
with one blow. Whoa!
One of the most unforgettable views is from the Madra Pass lookout. It's a view that makes you stop and take a breath, a reminder of the raw beauty and the scale of this country. We're going to escape the flies and explore Mandurah Cave. Watch out for holes. Goodness. Does it go deep? Holy moly. How far does this one go down? Was it go down the right one, turn left, or go down the left one and turn right? There's our car up there. Is it spooky? Well, this would be the cool place to go anyway. Ooh, do you go down there, do you? Surely not. Look at this. It's so quiet. We have stopped at an overnight free camp not far from the Madra Roadhouse. Madra began as a modest outpost, a place to rest and resupply for travellers crossing the Nullarbor. Its name comes from the Madra Pass, a steep descent from the limestone plateau of the Hampton Tableland and onto the Roe Plains. There's a hole straight above you. Tomorrow, we'll continue our journey along the Eyre Highway tracking across the road plains until it ascends at Eucla at its eastern end. But today, we've taken an 11-kilometre track from behind the roadhouse to discover and explore this cave, and later an old car graveyard.
So somebody, people gone up there, though. Wow, it just keeps going. This is the mouth of hell. Obviously people go in there. You gonna give it a go? Yeah, well, I bet you, but I reckon we've met our dead end. I think this seems to be as far as everybody goes, isn't it? Oh no, they keep going.
Yep.
Oh, ouch. Can you actually stand up in there?
Oh, a bit of water.
Right. This is what being an underground miner is. Mark, just ouch. Getting a bit too tricky for me. You check it out. Yeah, I've had enough. Yep. Ditto. This is my limit. I reckon Mandurah Caves deserves a thumbs up. That was a pretty cool look.
Back in the days of the overland telegraph line, Mandurah played an important role. The telegraph station was vital for communication across this desolate part of the world. And in the late 19th century, when the telegraph system was being established, Mandurah was an essential waypoint, helping to relay messages between distant settlements. It was one of the critical links connecting Australia's far reaches to the rest of the world. And people who manned the station often faced isolation and the harsh realities of life on the Nullarbor. Supplies were scarce, and the surrounding land, although strikingly beautiful, was unforgiving. Fast forward to today, and Mandurah remains a quiet, small settlement, primarily serving as a roadhouse and caravan park. So if you have a bit of time, like us, it's worth exploring the nearby caves. There are some salt lakes apparently, and, like everything, there's some scattered gems across the Nullarbor. Having left Mandurah and barely breaking a sweat, we arrive at the Eucla Roadhouse. In my mind, I imagine the Historic Eucla Telegraph Station to be a difficult four-wheel drive journey, facing risks like being bogged to the axles in deep sand, the kind of rugged adventure that leaves you second-guessing your decisions. But when we arrive, I was surprised by the ease of the journey. The road following the drop-off behind the service station is reasonably well maintained, and the distance to the camping ground quite short. There's a real risk of taking the wrong road into the area if you don't follow the designated road, as the oceanfront dunes are soft and deep. It's also incredibly popular, and finding a camping spot may prove challenging. Fortunately for us, we were not presented with either difficulty, as we arrived early and walked the tracks before taking our van forward.
This life is heavy with an overload. Like every door I see is shut. But when we're sinking to our deepest lows, we've got nowhere to go but up. That's when you say, hey, my love, we're nowhere near the end. There'll come a day, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet. So I went down to the water and found my faith, because I don't wanna be stuck in the good old days. That's when you say, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet.
I don't even get the whole jetty in. What do you got, Ron?
A fur ball out of a sea lion.
How do you know that's from the sea lion?
Well, it looks like hair. And it smells good.
How
Like
could a
lemon
fur ball smell good?
I don't know.
That's gross. Where did you find that?
Up on the beach up there.
Oh, ew,
Maybe out of a pelican.
ew. What do you say?
Can't you eat kelp?
Listen here, even though we have to eat all of our vegetables tonight, doesn't mean to say that we can take the kelp and eat it too.
Take some home and try it.
Gross. It's probably had seal fur balls put in it. Found a big glass dump. All green glass. Look at this. Massive glass dump. We're trying to find our way back to our camp after being to the jetty. We're following these cairns, but unfortunately they're everywhere wherever people want to put them. Anyway, we're hoping to get to the telegraph station, the remains of. Wish us well. Will we get there, or will we get lost in the sand dunes? I'm coming, Ronnie, I'm coming. I'm only carrying my weight and about 50 kilos of camera gear. It's all good. Where to now?
Four-wheel drive.
Go towards some tall trees. This is looking promising. I see some tall trees.
The Eucla Telegraph Station, once an outpost for the overland telegraph line, now stands in lonely solitude, a ghost of its former self, as the sands slowly swallow what remains of the buildings and the ocean erodes a jetty that once was a lifeline to residents. The station feels like a relic from the past, yet it holds a certain charm. As the sun begins to set, quiet solitude of the place surrounds you, and the landscape transforms into a canvas of warm desert hues. There is no rush, just the peaceful rhythm of life on the road. It's a perfect spot for camping, a place to relax and explore before our journey continues. As the evening draws in, you realise that this place is more than just a stop along the road. It's a quiet reminder of Australia's vastness and timeless beauty. In our next episode, our journey continues along the Eyre Highway as we move on to the Bunda Cliffs and Treeless Plain. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like and leave a comment. Subscribing to our channel will go a long way to showing your support. So until the next time, take care.